much. Welcome to the show. We're chuffed and excited to see you. I believe we were supposed to do this like a year and a half ago or something. And you guys never showed up. Anyway, this show was supposed to be, like I said, a year and a half ago, and put out another edition of that book that's about me. And then we would have hit this show that was all about me. Guess what? The show's about me. All me, all the time, so if you just let your sphincter relax a little bit, it'll hurt less. Those last two songs, two of the first songs I ever wrote. Indeed, the last one, very first song I ever wrote. Stop me if you've heard this. You see, I was in a band in Philadelphia, Sister City, and we were doing a lot of cover material. We just formed a couple months before and came to the realization that we wouldn't get very far into business unless we came up with some original material. So I set about to write my very first song, and that last one was the very first song I ever wrote. How did I do that? I channeled Adele from the future. Yeah, and I had a pretty good musical idea because I stole it. Which is, how you know it's good, because, you remembered it. So I stole the musical idea, and with great confidence I set about to write the lyric for that very first song. And it was a fecund time in America and in Philadelphia as well, but fecund, I love saying that word, it sounds so dirty. But it means there were many, many possibilities. A lot could have happened. There was this Vietnam War thing, I don't know if you remember that. There was a women's movement and gay movement, and I think they're still moving. And of course, we were taking every drug known to mankind, and that could also have inspired some gibberish, but I was neglecting to kind of look inside myself and see what I really wanted to express, and I realized that I had an aching in my heart muscle from the girl who had broken up with me not much more than a year earlier in my senior year in high school. You see, I didn't have a lot of girlfriends going through high school, completely understandable. But for 2 weeks in my life, I was in hog heaven. This girl, I thought she was the prettiest girl. Girls weren't beautiful, they were still in high school, they were pretty, okay? And I thought she was the prettiest girl in all of the high school, and she had all of the things in the right places. And one day she made it known to me that, she had some interest in maybe we would go out and do something together. And then I realized I had a girlfriend for a moment in high school. I could not figure out for the life of me why she wanted to be with the outlier. But, probably it's, if I'd had a leather jacket, I might have attracted a different class of woman. But no, it's just me trying my best to be English. And like I say, it was the happiest point in my whole life up until then. And I remember the day that I brought her home from a date in the afternoon. We weren't allowed to go out at night. And I opened the door for her, let her out of the car, and her dad was watering the lawn, and he turned the hose on me. And apparently the thing that attracted her to me was this, and the thing that made her dad turn the hose on me was this. And about less than a week or so, I got my eviction notice from her art. Well, my dad says, I said, oh yeah, I understand, bitch. So I had this to write about, I changed the situation a little bit so it looked like I dumped her lyrically, but I did learn one valuable thing. That song went on to be like familiar to you. And I realized, before you get to the war and the drugs and the revolutionary movements and stuff like that, why don't you write a song about a girl to start with? Kind of like this one here. Well,